And we are thrilled that you're here with us today. We're going to be talking about our undergraduate programs. Um, I want to draw your attention to the chat at the bottom of the screen. I just sent everybody a welcome. If you have any questions during this webinar, you can drop your question into the chat. And my colleague Anne and I will be monitoring the chat during the webinar. Also, if you're not the kind of person that wants to ask a question during a webinar, that is okay. We will be sending an email out after this webinar with my contact information, and you can reach out afterwards and send me an email. I'm very happy to answer any questions that you might have. All right. So we are talking about the School of Professional Advancement at Tulane University. Tulane is made up of 10 individual schools, and all together we constitute Tulane University. So you can see all the schools are represented in circles, and we are the blue circles. So we're actually the third oldest school at the university. We started off as the Medical College of Louisiana back in the 1830s. Then our law school was founded. And then shortly thereafter, the School of Professional Advancement was founded. It was under a different name. But it has always had the same mission, which is to offer a Tulane education to what we refer to as non-traditional students. So that is anybody who's other than the 18-year-old that graduates from high school and goes directly into college. So if you're a little bit older than 18, if you're going part-time, if you already have a degree and you're changing degrees, if you're an adult learner, if you're working and going to school, all of those things fall under the definition of a non-traditional student. And so we offer a way for folks like you to get a Tulane education, and we're excited to share some of our undergraduate offerings. All right, so we are located on the Uptown campus, which is the main campus of Tulane University. We are in the Richardson building, which is this orange building up in the right. We are the entire second floor, so all of those windows that you see on the second floor, that is us. If you are ever on campus and you want to come say hi, our student lounge has this big mural that says "Where You Belong," which was actually designed and painted by some of our digital marketing and design students. They did that as a class project, and we loved it so much that we actually commissioned them to paint it on the wall. So it certainly encompasses our message that we love all of our students and that you have a place here at Tulane University. So, people often ask, School of Professional Advancement, like, is that real Tulane? 100%. Like I said, Tulane is made up of 10 schools. We are one of the 10 schools. When you graduate, your degree will look like this, your diploma. It will say Tulane University, School of Professional Advancement. It will have your name on it, whatever degree you received, the seal of the university, and the signature of the president of the university, the president of the board, and our dean. So it is a Tulane diploma, and that is our goal. Starting today, today is the first step towards you owning that degree and earning it and having it up on your wall. So, a little bit of what we're going to talk about in over the next maybe 15 minutes or so is we're going to talk about our undergraduate programs, a little bit about our faculty, how we feel like our learning experience here at SoPA is a little bit different from what you may have experienced in the past, different in a way that I think is exciting and better, elevated. We're going to talk about how we support our students to be successful, and then we'll talk a little bit about the application process. Okay, so what makes our faculty a little bit different from other faculty that you may have studied under in the past is that all of our faculty are what we call professors of practice. So what that means is they are all professionals that are from the field that they're teaching. So they're, some of them are full-time teachers, but even if they're full-time teachers, they have worked in the field that they are teaching. Many of them are currently part-time teachers who actually work in the field full-time, and then they give some of their time to our students in the afternoons and evenings. So that means that you're learning from some of the people who might be hiring you for a job. So, for instance, In our general legal studies program, Patricia Betancourt is a litigation expert. She's an attorney, but she also teaches in our general legal studies program. So you're not just learning from a professor, you're learning from an actual lawyer that can teach you what you need to know. Bo Boudreau teaches in our liberal arts program, and he teaches English and writing, and he is a published poet and author. So who better to teach you about writing than somebody who actually does it for a living? Tyra Mitchell is one of our faculty members. She has her PhD in kinesiology and physical therapy, and she was the chief physical therapist at Ochsner here in Louisiana. And Ralph Russo is the program director for our cyber and IT program, and he has worked for many years as a New York Police Department police captain, but he also helped them put together their cybersecurity unit after 9/11. So you are learning from actual people who can say, this is what you need to know in order to graduate and get a job and be able to help a company day one. So you're learning from the best. This is a little quote I know everybody here can read, but I love to read it because I feel like it encompasses everything that I was trying to say. So Amanda Fennell teaches in our cyber and IT programs, and she says, as a cybersecurity leader, I feel it's vital to prepare our professionals, that would be you, the students, through practical experience, which is why I incorporate my day job into my classes at night. So that's exactly what happens, is that you're taking all these people who you might be interviewing with, who might work at companies that you're interested in working at. They come in the classroom and teach you, and you learn what they need and want to hire. And then you are very well set up for success upon graduation. Okay, so we offer bachelor's degrees, professional certificates, and what we call post-baccalaureate certificates at the undergraduate level. All of our bachelor's degrees are listed in the black typeface. All of our professional certificates are in the blue typeface, and our post-baccalaureate certificates are in the light green. So, what is a professional certificate? Let's say that you're interested in our business program, but you're like, ugh, I don't know if I want to spend all the time to get a full bachelor's degree, but I really would like human resource fundamentals. You can come and get a certificate that's 4 to 6 classes in this fundamentals, and just learn exactly what it is that you're interested in learning, and then leave with a certificate from Tulane. Many of our folks are interested in full bachelor's degrees, or maybe you already have an associate's degree and you just need to finish up the last 2 years. You can come in and we will take 60 of your transfer credits, and you will just have to do the back half. So we offer bachelor's degrees in human resources, organizational behavior and management studies. That is a very long, flowery term for business. Homeland Security Studies, Paralegal Studies, Humanities or Social Sciences, Information Technology, Exercise Science, Health and Wellness, Digital Design, Digital Media and Marketing Communications, and Public Relations. We also offer what are called post-baccalaureate certificates, and these are a little bit different than the other two that I just talked about. You actually have to already have a bachelor's degree. So this is post-bachelor's, post-baccalaureate, but all the classes are at the undergraduate level. So if you're interested in a post-baccalaureate certificate in paralegal studies, graphic design, or interactive design, you do need to have your bachelor's degree first. All right, so the learning experience at SoPA is a little bit different. You have a very flexible option. You can take many of your classes, almost all your classes online if you're interested in that, or you can certainly take some of the classes on ground. Most of our students do a hybrid of both, because most of our students are juggling other responsibilities, whether it's work or childcare or taking care of an older adult in their home. They do like the flexibility of being able to take classes either from their office at work or in the evenings from home. We do try to create a very interactive and engaging online experience. It's not going to be just flipping through PowerPoints and answering some discussion posts. You will have small group work. You may have some classes where you have to zoom in like we're doing right now, at a particular time. So they'll be interactive with a professor and other people in your class. You will have the opportunity to create relationships with other students and your professors. We also have very interesting online learning environments. For instance, some of our classes are in the metaverse. So, as opposed to reading a chapter in a book one week, you might have been given a problem or a scenario that you need to solve. You can log into an interactive environment where you create a avatar for yourself and you problem solve your way through the scenario, and then you send into your professor the result of how you solve that scenario. So that top picture is supposed to be our metaverse. But it's fun, it's engaging, it's interactive, it's not just reading and writing a paper. We also do interesting things with our students where instead of maybe sitting through a lecture with a professor or reading a couple articles, the professor may have recorded a podcast. So you might be able to listen to a podcast that week, and you can listen to, 15 minutes of it on the way to work, another 15 minutes on the way back from work, maybe, 30 minutes while you're making a salad and cooking dinner. So it's a very interactive, different way to receive the learning information that's much more exciting than just like highlighting information in a book. All right. So, one of the things that we're very proud of that we think is a little bit of a differentiator for us between other schools and what you'll get at the School of Professional Advancement is that we wrap our students in a lot of support so that we want you to be successful. We're not just interested in getting you enrolled in our courses, we want you to get that diploma on the wall that we showed you at the beginning of the webinar. So, you're going to have multiple different layers of support. You will have your own academic advisor that's there to help you pick your classes, understand how many classes you need to complete your degree, maybe help you choose what order to take things in. If you're taking a class and you need to drop one, they can help you with that. If you need to take a medical leave, they can help you with that. So that's basically what your academic advisor is there for. You'll also have a faculty advisor. And like I said, all these faculty are professionals in the field that they teach. So as you're learning your curriculum, if you're like, I'm getting some ideas of what I want to do with this degree when I graduate, you can use that faculty advisor to help you think through places you can apply, the types of jobs that might meet your interests, that you've been learning in the curriculum. So use these folks to help you sort of plan out your career path. And then we have an actual career advisor. And this advisor is dedicated just to the School of Professional Advancement. We do not share her with any other part of the university. And she's here to help you put your resume together, your LinkedIn page. She pushes out job posts to our students. There's a lot of companies around the country that like Tulane graduates. And so before they post their jobs on like Indeed or Monster or any of those, they'll actually send it out to Tulane a day or two before the posting goes public, and you can have a chance to get your resume in a little bit early. If you do have a job interview and you want to practice with somebody, our career advisor is there to help you with that. So we have a lot of different ways that we help you move through the process and reach your goals upon graduation. Okay, so we like to work to be very transfer friendly. Many of our students come to the School of Professional Advancement having some prior college work. So if you're planning on transferring credits to the School of Professional Advancement, we will work with you to get those credits transferred. You will get a $1,500 transfer scholarship. We give you $500 for the first 3 semesters. If you transfer up to 60 credits, which is your first 2 years, that can save you over $40,000 worth towards your tuition. You also can, if you enroll and register for classes by an early date, you can get a $200 off discount on your first semester's tuition. So these are ways that we try to help students save some money, get to graduation more quickly, and get those transfer credits transferred over. All right. We also have a program called Credit for Prior Learning. This is a way where students can also get some credits and save a little bit of money towards graduation. Many of our students have a lot of career um, knowledge that they're bringing into the classroom. And so you may run upon a class or two that you're like, I don't need to take this class. I already know how to do what it's trying to teach me. So if, for instance, you've been working in a law office and you're coming back as a for a paralegal studies program, but you've been doing some of the things that a paralegal does, there might be a class or two that you're like, I don't need to take that. I already know how to do that. If that's true, you can work with your advisor to get what we call credit for prior learning. And you'll have to demonstrate for the professor that you meet the knowledge requirements in the syllabus for that class. But if you can do that, you can get credit for that class, and that'll save you time and money towards graduation. So just a little bit about our tuition and ways that we offer students to save a little bit money. Our undergraduate tuition is per course. So most of our courses, the vast majority of our courses are 3 credit courses, and the fixed fee or the flat tuition rate is $2,022 per course. So most students take 2 courses, 3 courses a semester, so you can figure out it might be a little bit over 4,000, a little bit over 6,000 per semester. There are a few courses that are 4 credit hours. You will see that in the course catalog, but there's very few. We also cap our fees. So this is something that you should look at when you're comparing us to other schools. Always ask how much their fees are per semester. A lot of schools will give you their tuition rate, but when you add up their fees, it will almost double what you have to pay. That is not true at SoPA. We cap our fees at $150 per semester, so you'll never have to pay more than that. So you're basically paying just the tuition rate with a little tiny fee on top of it. We also offer, like I said, transfer credit scholarships, early enrollment scholarships, and then we offer 20% tuition discounts for certain groups of students. So if you're active duty military or a veteran, if you've gotten a degree from Tulane in the past, if you are first responder, public safety person, if you're a member of the Phi Theta Kappa Honor Society, if you're a K through 12 teacher, or if you work for the parish or the city, you are eligible for a 20% tuition discount. All right. So our last little bit of information is our application lives on our website, sopa.tulane.edu. There's a big button at the top that says apply. Click that button. It's going to ask you if you're applying to undergraduate or graduate. You all are all interested in undergraduate, and click that. Our application is not very hard to fill out. It doesn't take a very long time. You do need to fill out all the elements. We will need transcripts from every school that you attended and received college credit. So go ahead and either you can ask on the application, you can give us permission to get those transcripts for you, or you can go to those schools and request that they be sent to us, but we're going to need all of those. We will need a picture of a current government ID. So either a driver's license or a passport, you can just take a picture and upload that. It will need to be not expired. You'll need that for financial aid purposes. And we also have a $40 application fee, but as a thank you for spending 20 minutes of a busy Thursday with us, we will waive that fee for anybody who's in attendance in a webinar. So if you have already applied and paid that fee, please email me afterwards and I can refund that $40 for you. Please do that. It's the easiest thing in the world, and don't be embarrassed about doing that. Okay, so our last little bit of information is our application dates. We just closed our application for spring, so we are now admitting students for the summer term. That application deadline is May 1, but do not wait until May 1. You can go ahead and get your application in now. We read the applications on a rolling basis. We can get you admitted, and you can actually register for summer term now. So if you register for summer term before April 25th, you will get a $200 enrollment discount off your first semester. So go ahead and do that. It's an easy way to keep $200 in your pocket. If you're interested in the fall term, that application is also open. You can apply for that now. And if you register for classes before July 15th, you'll get that $200 off your first semester. So we would love to give you that $200 off. All right, so that is really the nuts and bolts of this webinar. My contact information is at the bottom, sgold@tulane.edu. There is also a phone number, but I'm much harder to get by phone. I'm always in front of an email. So I request that you email me any questions that you have. Don't forget, if you have paid your $40 fee, please email me and I will refund it back to you. And if you have any other questions, go ahead and email me and I will be happy to hear from you. So thank you everybody for being with us today. We very much appreciated the opportunity to tell you about our programs, and we really hope that we will be welcoming you as students to Tulane. Um, I'm not sure, Carolyn, I know what BSME is. You have a Tulane degree. So, yes, if you have a Tulane degree, what are you interested? Actually, Carolyn, do you mind taking yourself off mute and you can just ask me your question?
Oh, yes, I can. Um,
Okay,
yes, I thought it was automatically muted. I'm actually interested in the post-baccalaureate legal degree, paralegal certificate.
great.
So I just didn't know if the same information presented here that
Yep.
says undergrad applies to.
Yes, absolutely. So you'll still use the undergraduate application, but you'll pick the post-bac and paralegal.
Okay,
And the good news is that you have a Tulane degree, so you should qualify for the 20% tuition discount.
great.
Yep. So just go ahead and get that to us.
Great, and thanks for all the information on the support as well, because one of the things that has held me back from applying so far is understanding the path and the order of the courses and that type of thing.
We're
It's
gonna help you with all of that.
super. Thank you.
All right, sounds great. Well, thank you, everybody. We look forward to seeing your applications, and hopefully, we will be handing you that Tulane diploma very soon. Bye, everyone.
Bye. Thank you.
Thank you.